All right, now we're going to start talking about formulas. So a formula is a special type of literal equation that states a relationship among two or more quantities. So you've got your list of some pretty common formulas here. Area, perimeters. I mean, we could probably list a lot more, some surface area, some volume formulas, those sorts of things. But when we go to rewrite a geometric formula, it's often useful in construction and engineering and all sorts of applications when we know a couple pieces of information and we don't know everything else. So we know that the height of this given triangle is 24, and then we know that the base length is 8, and we want to know or what is the height, sorry, when the area is 24 and the length is 8. So we set up our formula, and if you can remember area of a triangle formula, area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So then we can plug in what we know. We know that the area is 24. We know that the base length is 8. And we don't know the height. I always tell my students to do what's easy. Well, half of 8 is easy. So 24 equals 4 now times h. Since these are attached together through multiplication, we can divide. And when we divide by 4, 24 divided by 4 gives me that the height of this triangle should be 6. And because this was in inches squared and that was in inches, we know that my label will be inches. Now if we move down to the next problem, if you did not pause the last one and try to solve it, you should try to pause and solve this one. We know the perimeter and we know the length and we know that it's a rectangle. So since I know that a rectangle has two pairs of matching sides, I know that the perimeter is 2 times the length plus the width, or whatever two measurements of it you want to use. We're given that the perimeter is 84 and that the length is 35. Now we can go ahead and distribute here since I don't know what the W is. So 2 comes to the 35, 2 comes to the W. So 84 had nothing happen to it. 35 times 2 is 70 plus W. Since this is positive, we can get rid of it through subtraction. That leaves W equal to 14. And, sorry, we forgot to distribute back here. My apologies. There should be a 2 in there. So this is 2W is equal to 14. And since we can divide by 2, we will get that W is equal to 7. Check your units, centimeter, centimeter. So that means this must be centimeters. We can move on down and do problem 4. So Pacific gray whales migrate annually. Go ahead and read this. I'm going to set it up and I'll be back. So we know that these whales travel about 5,000 miles each way, and we have an average rate of 91 miles per day. Now an average rate is really useful because we can treat it like it's a constant. So we know that distance is always equal, sorry that looks like a P, distance is always equal to rate times time. So our total distance is 5,000. Our rate is 91 miles per day. Per is always indicative of a rate. And then our time is going to be in days. So I'm going to go ahead and write out that that's going to be days. So to solve this, we would just take 5,000 and divide by 91 on both sides. Get our days by itself. Again, I like to write what I'm solving for on the left. So days is going to equal, when you plug in the math, it'll be 54.94, so approximately our days will equal 55. Alright, that is everything that I have for 1-4, so make sure that you do your homework. It is the literal equations and formulas. If you have any questions on any of this, please just call, text, email, or post on Schoology and let me know, and I will try to post some videos to help you out as soon as possible. Thank you very much.